Hi, my name is Bill Easton, and I'm the Instruction and Reference Librarian here at Monterey Peninsula College. And your professor and myself have put together a LibGuide that collects resources that will help you with your research in doing your papers for your English writing classes. So these would be the English C1000 and C1001 classes that we offer here at Monterey Peninsula College. So this is a guide to help you navigate the LibGuide. And so once you get to the LibGuide homepage, you'll go to the Getting Started tab, which is the default. And from here, you have a link to the video that you're actually watching right now is right here. Above has information about the hours of the library, also when the reference librarian is there. And we also have chat reference to help you out, and it'll give you the hours for that too. So take a look at that information there. And then on your page to the right, if I did a presentation in your class face-to-face, I would have the handout for my class presentation and a link to the Prezi presentation that I may have done to the right of this page. But all the pages at the bottom will have a link to my contact information. So you can see my office phone numbers right here. And if you put the cursor over the email me, you'll see my email pops up to the right and also on the lower bottom of the page. So this is the entry page for the LibGuide. And then we're going to go to some of the other tabs up here. Now I'm going to cover the main tabs that are in all the LibGuides, but your LibGuide may have some extra tabs too, depending on what your professor or myself wanted to add to the class. So first of all, the next tab over here is Research Basics. So click on that tab and you'll have a video about research basics, and this talks about such things as brainstorming, keywords, Boolean operators, choosing a topic for your paper, listing databases and whatnot. So take a look at this quick little video, and it gives you some of the basics of doing research to get you started. And then to the right, you'll have some examples of Boolean operators. And these are things that we use in research to help you narrow or expand your search. This helps you customize your search, helps you get better results. And so, for example, we start off with quotation marks. This is to keep words together. So you're searching words together in that particular order. We've got the Boolean operator and, which tells the database to look for those specific search terms. And it helps you narrow down your search and or helps you expand your search. It lets you do an either or search. So little examples of here of the Boolean operators on the research basics. The next tab would be the articles and databases tab. Click on that. And what you have here to the left, you'll have recommended research databases that your professor and myself think are best for the papers that you're working on for the class. So your databases may vary because we customize this, but you'll have such databases as Academic Search Complete, U.S. Major Dailies, Opposing Viewpoints, Statista. So these are really great databases for doing research, but no matter what database is listed there, there's a direct link to that database. So if you click on Academic Search Complete, it'll take you to that database. Now, if you're off campus, it may ask you for your LoboApps login. So if it asks you for that, just do your LoboApps login. And once you do that, you'll have access to all the databases. And then to the right and below are some videos that will help you search the specific databases. So this is how to access databases from the MPC Library homepage. We have Academic Search Complete Basics, U.S. Major Dailies, tutorial videos, etc., etc. So take a look at those videos if you have any questions on how to search these databases. And as always, feel free to contact me or come up to the reference desk at the library if you have any questions while using any of these resources here. Now, another tab is up here is Finding Books. And so if I click on that tab, it shows you how to access the ebook collection database here. So if you click on that, it'll take you to a database full of ebooks. I have a video down here that shows you how to access and use ebooks from the MPC library. So this is very helpful. It kind of gives you a step-by-step process. Up here is an actual link to the MPC library catalog. So you do not have to go to the MPC library homepage. It's actually connected right here in this LibGuide. So you can come up here, put in a search, and instead of everything, choose Books and Media at MPC Library and do your search. It'll search for any books or materials that we have physically here at the MPC Library. It'll also look for ebooks that we have in our databases and whatnot. So that's a great way to search our library catalog to see what we have here at the MPC Library. And then there's a video down here on how to search books at the MPC library using the one search box. All right. A couple more tabs I want to make you aware of is the MLA Citations tab. So you guys are taking an English writing class. You guys will be using MLA Citations. So your page will either have these boxes on top of each other or side by side, but you'll have an MLA handout box. Here's a link to the MLA citation style handout that we have here at the Monterey Peninsula College Library. Yeah, this is a great resource for helping you do MLA citations. And then I have a link to the parenthetical citation or the in-text citation handout. This shows you how to refer back to your works cited page when you are writing your paper. So at the end of a quote, this shows you shows your professor where you got that resource, and they can go back into your works cited page and see the resource itself. And then down here are a couple of links. One's to Purdue OWL, which is the online writing lab at Purdue University. Excellent resource for MLA questions. Also, it's great for helping you with writing questions, so for grammatical items and things like that. So it's a really great resource, especially when taking an English writing class. Then there's a link to the MLA Style Center, which is the people that created the MLA citation style, and there's some answers there to help you out with citations. This last tab right here is MLA Helpful Hints. This is a tab I added into all of the English LibGuides, and this is something from my Library 50 class that I created, and it just has information on how to do specific things with MLA. So paying attention to details, doing the format, what the works cited page should look like, capitalizing, web addresses, italicizing, how dates should be in MLA. So this is just some additional helpful hints on doing citations. Now, depending on the LibGuide, you may have some additional tabs. So for example, this one has evaluating websites, fake news, filter bubble, links to documentaries and movies. So you might see something like that. You might see one that has recommended resources. So there'll be a list of internet websites that your professor and myself think would be really great for your research. So take a look at those other tabs too. Some great information there. Then again, it depends on which LibGuide you're looking at and what class you're in. But they all have the Getting Started, Research Basics, Articles and Databases, Finding Books, and the MLA Citation tabs. So if you have any questions while using any of these resources, feel free to get a hold of me. Again, my contact information is over here on the Getting Started page. Also, feel free to come into the library and ask any questions at the reference desk. We have a librarian there all the time. Or feel free to use the chat reference that we have from the MPC Library homepage.